Hey guys, welcome to Galandtree. This is from Radiance episode 38.
You wouldn't see me.
You've waited a long time. Take this, it's the gold you were promised.
Finally scraped it together, eh? I'll gladly accept it.
Aren't you going to count it?
There's no need. I'll trust you.
Oh, trust him.
Alright, then I'll take what was promised. The report you wrote for my father.
There isn't one.
What?
There is no report. Never was.
You lied to me? You exploited my need to know more about my father?
There is something I must tell you. However, it could not be written down. It is too great of a secret for that. Your father told me to wait until I thought you were mature enough to hear it, and then to tell you myself.
Mature? Then what was the 50,000 gold for?
Ah, the gold. That was my idea. I thought it would be a good idea to test how resourceful and responsible you were.
Get started. I want to hear it all.
Must ask.
God, I have to hear this whole thing in Volt's voice. Okay.
I've spent a long time as Grell's hired shadow. A long time. I remember
Hold on, let me grab a drink. I'm gonna need it.
You grab that drink.
Okay.
That sweet lemonade.
I remained hidden from sight in case the day ever arrived that I needed to fulfill my contract. All that time for one job.
What was it?
If Grell were ever to go berserk, I was to stop it. I was to take his life.
What?
Actually, it was one other thing. If Grell were ever slain by his pursuers, I was to watch over his son and tell him Grell's secret at an appropriate time. That was my job.
And it cost 50,000 gold.
Well, Volt just said it was the gold was his idea.
And I was just like, okay, I'm gonna keep it.
I was like, okay, can I have that back though?
And Volt's like, nah.
Berserk? What are you talking about? Why would you have to kill my father?
Have you met him?
Because of Floran's medallion.
What medallion? What are you talking about?
The medallion your sister carries.
Huh? That old bronze thing? I thought it was just a keepsake of my mother's. Are you telling me it's something more?
Grell told me it was an object of great peril, but nothing more. I did some investigating on my own, though. And what I discovered surprised me.
I like that Volk also has windswept hair.
Tell me.
Reusing art!
Thuron was one of the Heron clan, an ancestor of our Prince Racin, who carried with him a bronze medallion. Long, long ago, a band of heroes defeated an evil god and imprisoned it therein.
An evil god? Do you think this is funny? You are joking, aren't you?
Unfortunately, I'm not, and I've no idea how this cursed thing came to be in Grell's possession. That being said, I do know that the men who hunted your father were actually seeking the medallion. Why they wanted it and what they planned to do with it, just thinking about it gives me chills.
I'm finding all this a little hard to believe. You said the medallion was an object of great peril, didn't you? Why would my father allow Mist to carry it around? That doesn't make any sense.
It's because she can carry it safely. Actually, she's the only one who can. If you want proof, think back. Have you ever once touched it?
No, I haven't. A long time ago, I remember reaching out for it while Mist had it in her hand. My father scolded me harshly. After that, I assumed it was my sister's alone, and I never reached for it again.
Compared to other people, the balance within your sister is extremely strong. Your mother, it seems, was the same. That's why they could bear it safely. The medallion is like a strong poison. It takes the worst aspects of a person and magnifies them 1,000-fold. Grell touched it only once, and it drove him to complete madness.
So that's what you meant when you said he went berserk?
That's right. Bjork and Laguz are made up of two forces, balance and chaos. In this, there is no difference between us. It is the proportion of balance to chaos that determines how much the medallion affects a person. In that sense, it predicts how much harm that person might do.
AKA Grell was a bad person. Nice.
Your father was one of the preeminent swordsmen of his generation. That day, after he touched the medallion, 20 soldiers had come for him, 20 highly trained killers. Your father barely broke a sweat cutting them down. Then he began attacking his neighbors, those who had taken him in, concealed his identity, and called him friend. He slew them one by one until your mother rushed in, thinking only to save her husband from himself.
Oh no. Oh. Oh, that's sad.
It was over in an instant. Your mother grabbed the medallion from his hand and stepped away from him. They say she smiled as he pulled his sword from her breast and forgave him as her life's blood spilled into the street.
My father killed my mother? No, that can't be.
It was the medallion. Its power is too great for any man, even one of your father's caliber. Me, you, if either of us touched it, I'm certain we both would have been consumed by madness.
Maybe just get to take a quick drink there.
When your father regained his senses, he tracked me down. It seems he'd heard rumors of me some time before. He said he knew of someone like me, close-mouthed, skilled, and most importantly, willing to do any sort of work. Of course, after hearing what he wanted me to do, I turned him down. Grail was once a famed general. He was Sir Gawain, one of Dane's 4 riders, and I recognized him at once. There was no chance someone like me would ever be able to stop him.
But you took the job anyway. Why did you change your mind?
Grail had lost his wife, and his grief was overpowering. To keep anything like that from happening again, he crippled himself. He slashed the tendons in his sword hand so that he could not wield a sword again. I took the job only because he had become someone my skill could handle. And even then, he was still far stronger than most men. I don't know what to say.
Oh, that's why he had an axe.
That is Grail's secret, as I know it. I now entrust you the responsibility of seeing the medallion does not fall into the wrong hands. Your sister must keep it.
As my father lay dying, he told me to forget everything and live in peace. What did he mean?
He didn't want you to lose yourself and go hunting for revenge, I suppose. He was killed much, much sooner than he ever expected to be.
So my father's dying wish was for me to protect the medallion? If I can do that, everything will be alright?
I believe so. At the very least, that must take precedent over everything else.
I understand.
Oh, one last thing.
What is it?
Do you want to hire me? In the event you go berserk someday. If we make a deal now, you won't have to worry about it anymore. As for payment, I can take it out of that 50,000 gold you just gave me. What do you say?
Yeah. Please.
That's a wise decision. And in that case, I no longer need to conceal my true identity.
Huh? Volk also gets an automatic sword promotion.
With a little stance.
Yep.
What's his true identity?
Volk. The only man in the world who reveals his identity by covering up his face.
Oh my god. So he's an assassin?
Yep.
Not a thief.
Yep.
It technically is a thief of lives.
I'm not really a thief, I'm an assassin. From now on, I'll take on any job you've got, no matter how dirty.
I was like, we've dragged you through some filthy shit already.
Father, mother. Oh, why?
That was some heavy shit to throw
Yeah.
on him. In the middle, like...
Ah, they all escaped but one! I'm so upset.
They're so close.
We're so close to getting the night band.
Oh well. Your voice okay after that?
Yes, my voice is okay.
Alright.
The kingdom of Dayan lies on the northernmost edge of Tellius. Its coastline is bathed in the icy currents of the Northern Sea, and frigid winds howl inland with terrible ferocity. As a result, Dayan winters are raw and brutal. Ice and snow scour the land, leaving frozen scars in their wake. Through these blizzards, General Ike and the Crimean army press ever forward. Bayon's Imperial Senate may have lent Crimea troops, but even they doubt that the army can successfully fight off Dayan. Yet somehow, Ike and company defeat all odds and capture victory after victory. Embracing both Prince Silencius's dream of liberating Crimea and the tragic history of his parents, Ike marches in grim silence.
Poor Ike. God.
I just have to say, though, what the fuck, Grail? Like, why wouldn't you tell your children how important the medallion was? Like, they both thought it was just a keepsake of their mother's,
Mhm.
which, while that would be important to them, Like,
What if
they would pawn it in order to get money for food to survive. What if Miss lost it?
Yeah,
Like,
or like,
what if she laid it down while she was out picking flowers and was like, oh well, that sucks. And then like a seagull picked it up and turned it into a berserk seagull.
what if like Miss let someone else touch it?
Right? Like, what if just like, while Miss and Rolf were just hanging out, she was like, oh yeah, want to hold it, Rolf? Like,
Rolf would have fucking gone crazy.
yeah. Like, what the fuck, Grail? This can only mean one thing. The enemy knows exactly how we're going to move. With your permission, I'll begin an investigation to see if there's anyone suspicious among the troops. Ike? Ike, are you alright? Oh, yes, sorry, what is it? Nothing. I was just giving you the standard update. Shall I put it off till later? No, sorry, but can you start over from the beginning? I'll pay attention this time. Understood.
Good morning, you two. What's wrong, Ike? You look so sleepy.
I've had a lot on my mind. I went to sleep last night, but I was up thinking, before I knew it was morning.
Really? I never thought I'd hear that. I didn't sleep because I was thinking. I wonder if Storn will start being polite.
Burn! Listen, it's Tanya, can I just... Brother, Ike! What's wrong, Mist? What am I going to do, Ike? My medallion's gone!
Oh, fuck.
What? It's gone?
No.
What am I going to do? It was my only memento of Mother! Did you drop it? Or put it somewhere and forget? Something like that? No, I always carry it with me. I would never lose it. I had it before I went to bed last night. I finished while I was sleeping. Don't cry. It's not your fault. But... I said don't cry. I'll find it, alright? Alright. Sorry. Soren's like, we were in the middle of something.
He's like, guys, for real.
Are you serious?
You are to begin immediately.
Yeah, that's General Petrine. If we do this thing, Dan will suffer.
It's for the good of the country. Besides, it's only one territory. Stop mewling like an old woman.
I hear you, and yet... That's Jill's dad, by the way.
Oh.
If the goal is merely to stop the Crimean army, this is not necessary. The strength of my troops will suffice to...
The last idiot who told me that ended up on a corpse pile. Now listen to me and listen well. No matter how passionate you are when you tell me you'll defeat Crimea, I'll never pin my hopes on a bunch of foreigners. All you have to do is stop their forward progress. That's all. My plan will accomplish this.
General Petrine, do you truly think so little of us?
It's true that we were born in Benyon and not Dane, but my men and I have been loyal to this country for 18 years. We have spared no effort to learn all the proper manners and customs of this land. I even taught my daughter to be a huge racist to fit in. But now, after all of that, to be dismissed as a bunch of foreigners?
No one asked how long you've lived here. Want to know why? Because no one cares. Certainly not me. Where were you born? Huh? Where were you raised? Ha! This country doesn't need squatters like you. Damn, Petrine. You bring that smack down. The only people Dan can count on in times of crisis are Danes themselves. Everyone else is just gutter leavings.
So we're useless. Is that what you're saying?
Just look at your face and look at mine. You tell me, migrant. Why is it that your unit, which was trained by an elite royal guard, is here patrolling this hick-infested backwater? The answer's clear to me. How about you?
Oh,
I'm sorry. Am I offending you? Well, here's your chance to show us your worth. Halt Crimea's advance. If you are as skilled as you claim, you should be able to limit the damage to its bare minimum. Should you not? Angry is a good look for you. I look forward to seeing the results of your work. Get going, Outlander. General Sherman, must we truly go through with this? It's such a horrific act. It's only recent recently that the citizens hereabouts have even come to trust us. It's you.
We have no choice but to obey. It's as the woman says. The only thing we can do is ensure the Crimean army is defeated as soon as possible.
General?
Open the floodgates. Do it now!
Flood this sweet land.
Woo! We got a bunch of money.
Woo.
So much money.
There's a flipper of it.
No one died except that one raven
Woo.
who kept us from getting the heck end. Okay, first things first. Let's award the experience.
Award that experience. What's happening?
Yep.
Oh yeah, I'm so proud of you. And bum ba da da. She's wearing like less armor than before. Is that just because she's at the side?
No, she is. The thing is, a lot of units, once they're promoted, are recolors of other units.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't gotten all of those yet.
Oh, here's Stephanie.
But, yeah, promoted Mia is just a recolor of a unit we don't have yet. And the same's gonna be true of, Ileana.
Damn, girl!
Yep.
She is ready. What is she? A halberdier? Halberdier. That sounds threatening. I like it. Do you think she'll get a longer skirt?
You'll see.
How is she not, like, flashed everyone at this point in time?
I don't think she gives a shit. It's true.
Oh my god.
Yeah, she's a recolor of a unit we don't have yet.
She looks like, what's her name, that gave us the
spirit dust?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh my god, though, like, damn, Ileana.
Walk, walk, fashion baby.
I'm a little in love with you.
And Marsha as well.
Marsha.
I wasn't kidding when I said that we had 4 units within a level of promoting. Oops.
Did she get a unicorn?
Yes.
Why is her, like, chest armor more defined on her, like, her than in the drawing?
Well, the reason that it's more defined on
Is it because she's just promoted?
because she's promoted because now she's a recolor of Tanith. So that's why. Let's see.
Are you gonna try and get Mist up?
I'm just gonna give the rest to Mist.
She really needs to get that promotion. Proud of you, Mist.
I'm not proud of you, Mist.
Oh god, no. Not anymore.
I'm not even sure that Mist can use Oh no, she can.
What did it just do? I'm confused.
I used one earlier to promote Soren, I think. The Master Seal is an item that lets you promote anytime after level 10. And since I ran out of bonus experience, I just used that.
Oh my god, Mist!
Yep.
You look so mature. Who's she a recolor of?
Nobody.
She's her own original deal?
She's a class unto herself.
She's a galandtree. Look at her. Damn, son. Can you make enchanted swords?
No. What should I name this new sword?
Rightful leader or something like that.
Okay.
Sass sword. I didn't know you actually need to. I kind of like sass sword. Just give us something.
There we go.
Birthright. In case you guys haven't kept
I mean,
up.
we're mostly joking with the whole, Mist should be the real leader of the company thing.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
At the same time, we're not.
only mostly. Also, gonna buy, heal staves for both Ileana and Soren. Which I've been meaning to do for a while, but keep forgetting to do for some reason.
Ileana and Nephine look amazing.
Mm-hmm. Let's see, who's holding on to the... There we go. Oscar, where's Oscar?
There he is. Oh, Astrid.
I'm not gonna do Miss Jill's A-Sport because I want to do Jill and Left's A-Sport. But time for Oscar and Kieran's A-Sport.
Yay!
Oscar!
Hello, Kieran. How are you? Are you going to ask me to return to the Crimean Knights again?
You guessed it! I'm a Crimean knight, and I'm very proud of that fact. No better friend, no worse enemy. A knight distinguishes himself in battle, returning in triumph to hear adulation from the people and praise from his lord. When you make your name as a knight, everyone knows you. The world is laid at your feet. And above all else, you can defend our beloved Crimea and our people with your own two hands.
That certainly does sound nice.
It's better than the life of a mercenary, cavorting with outlaws and entering battles from which you never return. Why, Oscar? Why? I just don't get it. You're my arch-rival. That's an honor. I know your true skills better than anyone. If you say you will come back, I'll do everything I can to recommend your honorable return to the Knights.
Thanks, Kieran, but I'm not returning. After joining the mercenaries, I had a chance to see the world. I saw grief with my own eyes. People subjugated by the powerful losing everything and dying alone. Countries can't save people like that. It's up to men like us, men who are in the thick of the action, to aid those who cannot aid themselves. Besides, I have no use for honor. As long as I can defend the family called the Grail Mercenaries, I'm happy.
Blast! You've outdone me again! How can this be? I don't know why or how, but I feel you beat me again.
You didn't lose. There are many things that a brave knight like yourself can do that we mercenaries cannot. So let's both do our best. We may stand on different sides of the field, but we aspire for the same ideal.
I see. Then I will ask you no more. Watch me! When Crimea is fully restored, my distinguished services will resonate through the ages. You'll hear about it wherever you are. I'll make sure of it.
Yes, I'm sure you will. And when I hear your brave tales, I'll toast your success. They're bros.
They are bros.
Who can void, Wait, Marsha can support with Tanith? That's awesome.
Yes. Racing and woman.
Okay. Yoo-hoo! You there, young man. I have business with the general of this army. Would you convey a message?
Who are you?
Who am I? What kind of low-born greeting is that? My name is Khalil?
Yes.
Khalil. I am a first-class mage.
And what would a first-class mage want with this army?
What's your problem? You look as if you don't believe me. Well, I suppose I can't hold that against you. It's not often you find beauty like this coupled with intelligence like mine, but it's true nonetheless.
A mage, huh? Well, I guess you can never have too many mages lying around. Sorry, Liliana look up like, yo.
Oh, and as a bonus, I'm quite skilled with the knife as well.
Boo!
Beauty, brains, and brawn. Ha! The goddess has seen fit to put the abilities of 3 people into one delectable package. Sounds like favoritism, doesn't it?
Favoritism.
Favoritism, whatever. Hello? Are you listening to me? There's a beautiful woman talking.
Yeah, the point is that you want to join the Crimean army, right? How much you planning to charge?
Well, aren't you a little businessman? Let's see. How does free sound?
Suspicious. What's the catch?
I like my fees to be based on performance. What shall I do in combat? And make me an offer. Depending on what it is, I'll decide whether or not to grace you with my assistance.
You're not lacking for confidence, are you?
Of course not. I already told you, I'm a first-class mage.
Alright, you're in.
What? Are you allowed to make decisions like that on your own? Perhaps I should speak to the general.
I am the general.
What?
I was gonna more like, what?
Say what?
So yeah, now we've got Khalil.
Oh, Leo.
Khalil is okay, but she's probably not gonna measure up to Soren or Ileana if you've been using either of them.
Ileana.
Or Tormod. She will
Ileana
not measure up to Tormod either.
Ileana looks kind of like a repeller for now.
She is.
She is? Okay, that's what she looks like.
Racing, could you come down here for a moment? What do you need? I've got something I want to ask you about. If I can help, I will. Your ancestors. Forget it. It's nothing. What? Is something wrong? I apologize. Please let it go. It seems like something important has happened, but if you do not want to discuss it, that is your right. However, if this weren't a battlefield, your secret may not be safe. Please take care in the future. What do you mean? We have the Heron clan. If we choose to, we can read the thoughts of others. Seriously? However, this power is only available to us in a calm and peaceful environment. Here in the desperate maelstrom of chaotic emotion, it avails me not. Energy here is warped and distorted. You know, now that you mention it, Grayson, are you feeling sick? You're so pale it's hard to tell, but I think your face looks more wan than usual. Pay it no mind. I'm fine. You've got nothing to prove. Why don't you stay off the battlefield for a while? Ike, I'm fine, I promise. Please do not give me special treatment. As far as giving you special treatment goes, I don't really have a choice. I promised King Funissus I wouldn't push you too hard. If anything were to happen to you, I'd be Ward Dayan and the Bird Clans at the same time. I see. I came to repay my debt, but I'm really just being a burden. That was not my intention. Hold on a moment. Who said anything about you being a burden? I cannot engage in combat, so I'm nothing more than an obstacle in the field. Grayson, no, that's absurd. Don't you understand how useful your abilities are? No one else can do the things you can. You're irreplaceable.
Irreplaceable. You must not know about me.
So if you're not feeling well or trying to do too much, you may not be there when we really need you. I'm of use to you then?
No.
That depends depends on that's what I'm trying to tell you. We depend on you. That's why I need to make sure you stay healthy. In that case, I wouldn't mind taking a short break. But you can call me anytime. I'll come right away.
Call him Ethan if you want to reach him.
I got it. Okay, so that's it for our base preparations, and we will see you guys next time.
Bye, guys!